Hello my friends, welcome back to tutorial today. Hope you people are doing well. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are watching me from. Today I'm going to teach you how to cut and sew this double compartment crossbody bag. So I will put you through on the cutting and the sewing, but before I continue, please, I want to appeal to you as you watch. Don't forget to follow my page on Facebook and also subscribe to my YouTube channel. So without taking your time, let's get started. So that guys, this is the leather I'm using for this video. As you can see, I've done some markings here, but I'm going to put you through on what I did here. So the measurement of my leather is 7.5 inches. That's the width, while the height of my leather is 8.5 inches. So you can see it very well, 8.5 inches. So you can see I've done some markings. So from this point I took ½ inch, down here I took 2 inches. So what I did, I connected the ½ inch point to the 2 inches point. So that's how I got these two lines you are seeing here. Then from that ½ inch point I went in by 1.5 inches. Then from the same point I came down by 2 inches. Then I connected the 2 points with a curve. That's how I got that curve. Then at the down here, I shape it with 1 inch up, then 1 inch this way. Then I connected it with a curve. So now we are going to cut out this. So I'm going to fold it over and use it to shape this side. So I will also cut it out. So this is what my pattern look like now. So I'm going to use this now to shape the second part, which is this one. I'm just going to place it on this way. I'm going to arrange it very well. Then I will use it to shape this side. So I'm going to cut it out as well. So now I'm going to use this now to cut lining. I'm going to cut 3 pieces of lining. 3 pieces instead of 2. I'm cutting 3 pieces. So as you can see, I've cut out the linings. I have 2 leathers here, but I have 3 linings. For this particular one, I shaped it with this leather. If you look at it now, you can see that it has small allowance round, very small, less than 1/4 inch allowance round. So this is the one I'm going to use to demarcate it. I'm going to keep this aside. So what I'm going to do next, I'm just going to put my leather this way. First, we need to notch the midpoint. Put the leather and put this one like this. So I'm going to use my piping cord and pipe it round. I pipe the 2 round. So guys, I'm done sewing it. This is what I have. So I'm going to keep this aside. Now I'm going to work on my gusset. So the wideness of this leather is 3 inches. 3 inches, while the length is 13.25. So I've divided it into 2. So now I'm going to cut it. You can see a line here. What I did here is that I shared it into 2. So now I'm going to divide it. I have to cut it. So now that I've cut it, I'm going to get my lining. This is the lining I'm using for the 2. So I'm going to get my zip cloth. I'm using size 5 zip cloth for this work. So I put my zip cloth on my lining. So I put my leather. So I'm going to stitch it this way. After sewing it, I will flip it over and top stitch. So I'm done sewing my lining. This is what I have. So now I'm going to sew the second part. I'll place my lining. I'll put this on top of it. I'll get my leather. Right side of my leather will be facing the right side of my zip loop. I'll put it here. Make sure it's equal at this point and also at this point. Then I'm going to arrange it well and sew it. After sewing it, I will flip it over and top stitch it at once. So this is it after sewing it. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to fix the zip head. So now this zip cloth is the same measurement with my leather here, the same size with my leather. Is the one I'm using for the second compartment. So I will also fix zip head to it. So I'm done fixing the zip head. So the next thing I'm going to do now, you can see I've also fixed the zip. I've also fixed the zip head on this. So now the next thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to sew my strap. So I'm going to put it here. The edge of this strap will be on my top stitch line. I'm going to clip it now. So on this side, I'm going to sew my D-ring or rectangular ring. What I did here on this top stitch line is where it will get to. Then I will also clip it. So I'll go to my machine now, stitch it here, I'll stitch it here. So for this, I'm going to get my down gusset for the smaller compartment. The wideness of my down gusset is 1.5 inches. So I'm going to put it right side facing each other, and this is the lining I'm using for it. I'll put it right side facing each other. I will stitch it here. I'll come to this side, bring it together. I will also stitch it. After stitching it, I will flip it over and top stitch it round. So this is it. I'm done sewing it. So the next thing now is I'm going to join the down gusset to it. The measurement of my down gusset is 3 inches by 16.5 inches. 3 inches by 16.5 inches. So I'm going to carry this and put it here. I want to turn my lining to the right side. I'm going to put this here. So I will get my down gusset and put it right side facing each other. I will sew it here. After sewing it, I'll come to this side and also bring it together. Right side facing each other. I will also sew it. After sewing it, I'll flip it over and top stitch it around the down gusset at once. This strap I'm using, this long one is 48 inches, while the short one is 3 inches in length. So guys, I'm done sewing it. This is what I have now. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to bring it together. The two join points, I'm going to bring it together to notch my midpoint. So this is for the small compartment gusset. I'm also done it. I'm also going to notch the midpoint. So now I'm going to get the main body. This is the main body. I've already notched it before, so now I'm going to sew it. I will turn it to the wrong side. I'll turn my gusset to the wrong side. So I'm going to put it notch point to notch point. this is it. This is it for this one. So I will get this one also. Notch point to notch point. This zipper will be up here. So now I will take them to my sewing machine. I will stitch it around this way and also this way. After sewing it, I will tape it at once. Okay guys, I'm done sewing it and taping it. So I'm going to keep this particular one aside. I'm keeping this aside. We are going to work on this. First, I have to turn it to the right side. So this is the time to sew this lining. So the next thing we are going to do, we are going to fold the lining into two. So now after folding it together, you notch the midpoint this way. You come to fold it down, you notch the midpoint. Now I'm going to put it midpoint to midpoint. Midpoint to midpoint. So now I'm going to take it to my sewing machine now and sew it round. So this is it. Now I'm done sewing it. You can see it. So we're going to get this particular one. This is the top, this is the top. So the top and the top has to be together. You put it inside. Mark the midpoints together. Put it together. You can see my two midpoints are together here. You arrange it well. If you do the right thing, everything will align. If you do the right thing, everything will align. You come to the top here also. You bring the two midpoints together at the top here. The two midpoints together. So now I'm going to take it to my machine. So I'm going to sew it round. After sewing it, I will tape it at once. So guys, this is it. Now I'm done with it. This is what I have. So now we are going to open it and turn it to the right side. So guys, this is our bag now. So I'm going to sew the adjuster. I'm going to fix the adjuster. Pass it over here. You open up here a little so that your adjuster can pass. And make sure that your belt is not twisted or your strap is not twisted. So now I'm going to take it to my machine and stitch it here. So guys, we are done with our bag. This is our bag now. This is it. This is the side and this is the base. So if you have watched this extent and you have not followed, you have not subscribed, I don't know what you are waiting for. Please subscribe, like, share, and also follow my Facebook page. Thank you very much and God bless you.